Hi, this is Nancy Atlas, and today on East End Legends we're going to be speaking with Graham Hawkes, whose love and passion of honeybees has inspired him to build a natural setting for which his girls can thrive. So what do we got here?
Just all my bee equipment. I use lavender, I use sage, and I use my favorite thing, sumac. Sumac berries. Oh, it does smell a little bit. Then I have my creme brulee heater. I'm lazy.
In Sonoma.
Right, that's where I get it.
So now what does this do? What's the purpose of the smoker?
Fire is the biggest hazard for bees. There's really nothing they can do if a fire comes. And so when instinctually they go into the hive, into the chambers, and into the honey cells, the hexagons, and they start sucking out honey.
When a real fire is
if they think, well, this is what this does it to them.
Right,
you know.
right, because it's simulating the
right,
effect
simulating the effect of a real fire. The smoking calms them down because they're full of honey, just like we would eat. We get calmed down and they get preoccupied because they're getting ready to leave the hive with as much honey as they can store up in case their home is burnt.
Wow. And so when you smoke them here with this natural, beautiful lavender, I mean, you love your bees. You're not just putting a little charcoal in there. You're going for like sage and lavender and...
But, you know, also for me personally, it keeps me more connected to them, which is the whole thing, to be connected to what they might like in their own lives in nature. What would this creature like if it's producing something for me? What can I do for it, you know, instead of, well, what can I get from it?
Well, I'm amazed that you don't have any garb on. I mean, is that another extension of you being
That's why
close
we're
to
way
them?
over here. No.
I know. Well, you don't wear any of like the beekeeper outfit.
No.
And that's and you're so calm around them. And was that did you work up to that?
Gunter, my teacher, said there's no reason to use protection, because if you use protection, you're separate from the bees. You're once removed from being in an intimate relationship with them. You want to be in an intimate relationship with them so that you can sense what they're telling you and you can tell what they're doing and you can be gentle with them. You know, bees are so much like people, it's unbelievable. Bees are very compulsive, anal retentive creatures. Watch them. They have this forward and backward motion. Can you see that?
Oh, I can. They're walking forward and backward.
Yeah, see? What do you think they're doing? What is
They're
that?
collecting something.
Yeah.
They are doing the cha-cha.
They're cleaning. They're really compulsive. And so not all of these have the same function. Some are coming in because they're foragers. And that's interesting. Wow. There's much more activity now. So
Is it because we're in front of their hive?
I don't think so.
Is it because I'm wearing lavender perfume?
No, they're just at a period of coming in from being out in the field. Yeah, it's 10:30. They've been out for their first forage.
Okay.
They're coming in. I don't see any pollen on their legs, though, in their pollen sacs. Maybe we'll see one. See, look at them all. See how many more are coming in now
Unbelievable.
than when I was first here?
I'm trying to remain in a state of calm.
So, they love to clean. Some have a job of cleaning right now. Some have a job of foraging. Those are the two you see right now, cleaners and foragers. But they're all worker bees. They're all females.
They're all females.
Because they do all the work. Drones are the males. So the big jokes about drones is they don't feed themselves. The workers have to feed them. They're lazy as they bump into each other all the time. They got big heads.
And what sex are they?
Male! And they only have sex, and then at the end of the season, the females kill them and kick them out.
Oh,
Just
no
every
way.
woman's desire. Get rid of them. They're no good anymore. We got to get one, man. Now, let's go over here.
Okay. I got the smoker.
Okay.
Athena.
Yeah.
Ooh, into a little Greek mythology,
The
huh?
wisdom of nature, of course, and the female.
There?
Yeah.
Ooh, did you get stung?
No, I just got to do this. Here's a male. There's a female. Males do not even have a stinger.
The bigger ones are the drones, are
Yeah.
the male, and the smaller ones are the female. Do you
And in
think
traditional
do you think the
beekeep-
females are cuter?
Oh, yeah. The males are just clumsy guys. They're cute, but the females, if you watch them, since they work all the time, their mannerisms are what are really interesting and cute, and the males just don't do much. Okay.
Does it hurt you when you see one get killed?
I don't like it. It sometimes bothers me. If I do it really, because I was being fast and careless. Oh, there we go.
Whoa. Oh, he's picking him up. Holy cow, that's a drone.
Yep.
Oh, he's so cute.
But he's got the eyes are huge and the antennae are huge, 2 sensory organs. These creatures are amazing, and so he's very calm. He's kind of a dummy, but
He's kind of a dummy.
well, no,
It's like you know, that's
'cause the
not very
female wouldn't
positive
stick
as a
around.
father, you know. You shouldn't label the children this early on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's
Thank you,
gonna-
Mom. So you've got that motherly instinct. That's what I need. But you know, a female would never stay in my hand like this. And so, I mean, I think it's really practical. They are the sensory organ of the hive. How does the hive know when to produce a queen? How does it know how many bees leave when there is a swarm? How does it know when to start producing honeycomb? I must have offended him.
Well, you called him dumb. I mean, what did you expect? So there's one queen.
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh, no?
Wow, that's cool.
Whoa.
Okay.
Holy,
Can you see that down there?
yeah.
They're building up from the bottom.
Whoa.
This is how they like to do it on their own. This is really very interesting. They like to build, everything in the bee world is in vortexes, in roundness. Everything is in roundness in nature, actually. And here they'll build in convoluted vortex-like patterns. We want them to try to build straight so that I can observe them and so you can harvest honey. So I'll put a little starter wax right here. Do you know what's amazing? Look at those hexagons. They can produce perfect 6-sided cells, not only flat, but going around a curve. I mean, that's mind-blowing. If you look at that closely, every one of those hexagons is of proper proportion according to the space that it's in.
Wow.
I name all my hives with a name that has some significance to me, but I mean, I name it after people that I've loved a great deal or that I admire a lot, and some of them have passed on and some of them are still alive. But every one of them has the commonality of real strong feminine energy.
Is
And-
Bridget Bardot?
No. She's the mother of one of my best friends in Ireland, and she's a very, very strong person and very aggressive. And this hive was like that when I first got it.
Do you feel that the name? Holy smoking Joe Frazier! Okay, you could have given me a
We're going to close this one, so I don't want to kill them, so I knock them off, but they don't mind that.
That's cool. That's all right. Why are you even doing this? You're not doing this for honey, right? You're not doing this for...
No, I don't. I mean, I don't sell any honey. I don't extract any honey. I mean, if a beehive dies, then I take the honey for myself or give it to
And
friends.
who could blame you for that,
Yeah,
really?
right.
I don't think you have any honey guilt on that one.
No, I mean, it's tough not to extract honey, but a little discipline on their behalf to leave them what is theirs produces a lot of benefit for me because I learn more from them that way. But I love bees. They have great wisdom to give us. They've been, every civilization since civilization began has treated them as sacred beings. And without, being told, you just start observing these creatures and how they live, the way their society is formed, all the ways they communicate, how cute they are.
They are very cute. You have to show me. I want Hampton hot bees.
You want some hotties?
Some hotties.
We should actually move down.
This is Elsyard.
It's Elsyard, yes.
Okay. Do the bees know the difference between the hives, or do they?
Oh, sure.
Are all these bees kind of working in one community?
No, they have their own community. A large hive, this one isn't quite that large yet because this was a swarm that I caught 3 weeks ago. I consider one hive as like one organism or one group soul, so to speak. They are so united in everything they do. One bee can't survive on its own. It can only survive in the company of other bees. So there's a function that every bee has that helps every other bee. They sweat wax out of their body in little perfectly clear discs the size of the top of a pinhead or smaller. They bring them from their back forward into their mandibles, and once they immediately bend it up, it turns into this crystal white. And with that, they form somehow all these hexagons
In perfect
form. And if you look through the hexagon, you can see the apex of the other hexagon in the middle of it, which is architecturally the strongest structure on Earth. The honey is at the top right here, what they're doing is they collect honey and they put them in the empty cells. And then when they need to eat it, they will uncap it and feed the babies honey and pollen. They don't just feed them honey, they feed them honey and pollen.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, see the eggs in there.
Yeah.
And do they grow, do they come out as like little baby bees?
They come out fully grown.
They come out fully grown.
Fully grown. They mature inside. You can see the different sizes.
Holy smokes.
And they mature the rest of the way in the caps, and then the bee itself will eat away the capping and come out on its own. Sometimes with a little help of its friends. My passion for the bees has led me to try to understand how they would live in the wild, because we have taken away every natural function for them to exploit them for honey. And that, in my opinion, and in the opinion of a lot of people, has weakened the bees to where they're dying right now. And
well, there's a crisis, a honeybee crisis.
yeah,
right
I mean,
now.
it was in the New York Times a couple of weeks ago, just in the United States, where 50 to 80% of hives are all dying from fungus and from the mite. There are many things that bees can kill bees that used to not hurt them a long time ago. If there are methods that I can learn from how to take care of them that can be transformed into commercial beekeeping someday to help. I mean, there are people that learned under the same teacher I have that run the Hampton Honey Company, actually. And they still do things commercially, but they care at a deep level for the bees. And they're trying to incorporate some of the methods that we learned from our teacher, Gunther Hauck, in that method of beekeeping. And I'm taking it one step further. I'm trying to really understand the healthiest environment for bees, the shape, the form, you know, and the fact of the matter is just what you said. We have to create bees that live wild just for the sake of their own intrinsic nature. Oh, there's the queen! There she is, performing on, see? I mean,
wow.
You can, isn't she
she's
gorgeous?
She's huge,
yeah.
Right there. So she's doing her thing, huh?
Yeah, she's laying eggs.
How does the queen come about?
Well, the queen just lays a fertile egg, which is a female, and of one of the great mysteries is the chosen egg. They build a special pouch-like cell that can hold such a large bee, and they feed it. That's the key. They feed it royal jelly, which is a combination of pollen and honey, and that's what transforms a regular worker bee into a queen bee. They protect her, they clean her, they've got a little court that follow her around. She doesn't like the light like her bee friends do. So why don't we put her back and leave her
be.
Give her respect.
Leave her
be.
Her.
Yeah, that's okay.
Ooh.
Ooh, you're gonna get, did you get stung?
Nope.
This ear?
Yeah.
Don't move, don't move.
Okay.
Because he will sting you now.
Okay. No, go high, go high. Oh, he got me.
Now,
Ow.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get you something.
He got me. It's all right. It's just a bee sting on my head.
I'm not running away, I'm getting...
Good, don't worry, I'm a toughie.
Yeah, get the juice out.
Is this toxic?
No, it's, no. Just rub it in there real good. And
What
get the
comes
juice.
there? I got bit on the head. Who gets bit on the head by a bee?
Lots of people.
You
See,
know what?
The reason it's going to be painful because it'll ache because your skin's so tight that it swells, and that's the painful part. But you don't feel the sting, right? Right. Okay.
I don't feel it.
Put you to work in the garlic. It's much safer.
Right, and actually, if you did some work now, you'd forget about the bee sting.
I'm good. I'm good. You know
Okay.
what? I've had beer bottles flung at my head, man. I can take this. The Bee Man at Verizon.net. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the luck with your girls and
Thank
your
you.
bees. I loved them.
They
Even
love
if they
you.
did sting me.